Did you know that your environment could affect the growth and health of your future children, even your grandchildren? During World War II, the Germans cut off food supplies to the Netherlands, causing a famine. Babies born during the famine had a lower birth weight. But even more surprising, when those babies grew up and had their own children, this next generation had significantly more problems with obesity and poorer health than would otherwise be expected. So when a parent's environment changes an offspring's characteristics such as behaviour, physiology, health, like in the Dutch famine, then this is known as a transgenerational effect. Now this word may seem like a mouthful, but trans simply means across. The effect is passed across generations. Transgenerational effects are different from adaptation, which is a genetic change that becomes favourable in a population. Think survival of the fittest. Genetic adaptation may take hundreds of generations, whereas transgenerational effects are fast, with changes occurring in just one generation. Now, the Dutch famine was an example of a negative transgenerational effect, but they may also be beneficial. My PhD aims to identify how beneficial transgenerational effects will help reef fish adjust rapidly to ocean warming. Why do I study reef fish? Well, they provide essential services to keep coral reefs healthy, and they are a significant source of animal protein for up to 1 billion people worldwide. Sadly, global warming is a primary threat to coral reefs and their fish inhabitants. With the current rate of warming occurring roughly 10 times faster than any previous climate shift, fish must adjust or they may face extinction. Researchers at JCU have previously found that reef fish exposed their entire lives to elevated temperatures produce offspring that are better suited to those warm conditions. This is great, but what happens when things get more complicated? For example, what happens when only the mother reef fish is exposed to elevated temperatures, or parents are exposed only early in life? Both situations could be possible in the wild. My research determines whether offspring still receive these beneficial transgenerational effects under different parental and life stage combinations. To test this, I bred over 4,000 coral reef fish across 2 generations in current and predicted sea temperatures. This took me 2.5 years. We're finding mother fish and early life exposure seemed quintessential for these beneficial transgenerational effects to occur. So unlike the Dutch famine children that still suffer the consequences of these transgenerational effects, reef fish appear to benefit, ultimately increasing their resilience to climate change.